Hello everybody, welcome back to the video. In today's video, we're going to continue Job's story with chapter 38. So let's go ahead and get into this and see what happens next. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, Who is that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare it, thou hast understanding. Who hath laid the measures thereof? If thou knowest, or who hath stretched the line upon it? Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Who or who laid the cornerstone thereof? When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy. Or who shut up the sea with the doors when it brake forth, as if it had issues out of the womb? When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness a swaggling band for it, and break up for it my decreed place, and set bars and doors, and said, Hitherto shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud ways be stayed. Hast thou commanded the morning since thy days, and caused the day spring to know his place, that it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it? It is turned as clay to the seal, and they stand as a garment. And from the wicked their light is withhold, and the high arm shall be broken. Hast thou entered into the springs of the sea, or hast thou walked in the search of the death? Have the gates of death been opened unto thee, or hast thou seen the doors of the shadow of death? Hast thou perceived the breadth of the earth? Declare if thou knowest it all. Where is the way where light dwelleth? And as for darkness, where is the place thereof? That thou shouldest take it to the bound thereof, and that thou shouldest know the pass to the house thereof. Knowest thou it because thou wast then born, or because the number of thy days is great? Hast thou entered into the treasures of snow, or hast thou seen the treasures of hail, which I have received against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war? By what way is the light parted, which scattereth the sea, or the east wind upon the earth? Who hath divided a watercourse for the overflowing of waters, or a way for the lightning of thunder? To cause it to rain on the earth where is no man is, on the wilderness wherein there is no man. To satisfy the desolate and waste ground, and to cause the bud of the tender herb to spring forth. Hath the rain a father, or who hath begotten the drops of dew? Out of whose womb came the ice, and the hoarfrost of the heaven? Who hath gendered it? The waters are hid as with a stone, and the face of deep is frozen. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pelagrius, or loose the bands of Oren? Canst thou bring forth Masna in a season, or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? Knowest thou that ordinances of heaven canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth? Canst thou lift up thy voice to the clouds, that abundance of the waters may cover thee? Canst thou send lightnings, that they may go and say unto thee, Here we are? Who hath put wisdom in the inward parts, or who hath given understanding to the heart? Who can we number the clouds in the wisdom, or who can we stay the bottles of heaven? When the dust groweth into hardness, and the clouds cleave fast together. Wilt thou hunt the prey for the lion, or fill the appetite of the young lions. When the couch in their dens and abide in the cupboard to lie in wait, who provideth for the raven and to the food. When his young ones cry unto God, they wonder for lack of meat. What it's speaking of to me is just a lot of uh, really just understandings of one of the ways of life, but the ways of God as well. Because there's a lot of things we don't understand. A lot of reasons we question. Um, you know of God's ways, and just a lot of the ways of our life that we live. You look how people used to live. You look how we live now, and if you really think about it, there's not a great understanding to it. God could have destroyed this earth, thousands and thousands of years ago. Obviously, he wanted us to be in heaven with him, so that's why he sent Jesus. And now he's just waiting for the right time. And to me, I mean, that's kind of how I'm speaking. I mean, because there's a lot of good verses in here. There's a lot of verses that speak, with big words, and even, just a lot of understanding and wisdom. And, that's why we read the Bible, is to get better understanding of God. That's why these men wrote this out. Is to hopefully for us to have greater wisdom and greater knowledge of it and of God's ways. And just see their experiences and see the same things that we go through, and how we can help others and get through these hard times. I thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned something. I know I have. I'll see you guys next week. So hopefully you have a blessed weekend. As always, take it easy, and I'll see you guys next week.